The world's richest woman, the formidable Liliane Bettencourt, with a fortune valued at $44 billion, according to Forbes, died at 94 in her mansion west of Paris, according to a release by her daughter, Francois Bettencourt-Meyers, on Thursday evening. Ms. Bettencourt held a reported 33% majority stake in the company that her chemist father Eugene Schuler, the inventor of modern hair dye, had founded, the French cosmetics giant L'Oréal. Ms. Bettencourt leaves her stake in this iconic, white-hot, extremely high-performing engine of global style and beauty to her descendants. Hanging tough. In the year she was declared legally incompetent, L'Oréal heiress Liliane Bettencourt leaves the Institut de France on October 12, 2011 in Paris. Bettencourt attended the official entry ceremony of French journalist and former head of French public television group France Télévisions, Patrick de Carolis at the Académie des Beaux-Arts, Academy of Fine Arts, part of the Institut de France, Arts and Sciences Academy. De Carolis succeeded to the seat of the late André Bettencourt, former minister and patron, and the husband of Liliane Bettencourt. Photo, François Guillot/AFP/Getty Images. Significantly, Francois Bettencourt-Meyers used the adverb peacefully in an otherwise terse release to announce her mother's passing. That can very well be. But as we know, fortunes of this magnitude are not made easily, and from the get-go, before the onset of dementia inexorably diminished her in the 21st century part of her life, Liliane Bettencourt was a most ferocious grande dame of the old school, and a capricious, but no less deadly social and corporate infighter. The history she left in her wake has been all but peaceful. How that history played out, and what it still holds in store, is worth study, certainly as serious financial biography, if not also as a real-life high-drama Dallas-level family soap opera, starring Liliane as the French iteration of J.R. Ewing. The last 15 years of her life by themselves would have made the producers of Dallas seethe with jealousy, not to mention the eventful 80 years that preceded them. Infamously, for instance, Madame Bettencourt's father, the founder of L'Oréal, was an ardent Nazi sympathizer. Arguably, we shouldn't derogate the Bettencourt saga as a soap opera. The Bettencourt saga is opera, period. As such, its denouement completely transfixed France between 2007 and 2016, right up to and including then-President Nicolas Sarkozy, who became an actor in it against his will, and whose charges of accepting illegal donations from Bettencourt proxies were dropped for lack of evidence in 2013. The affair was rooted in a long-standing friendship that Ms. Bettencourt cultivated, and that was heavily cultivated right back, with boulevardier comme bon vivant Francois-Marie Bagnier. In all, 10 members of what has been called Madame Bettencourt's entourage were put on trial. Described in some reports as a dandy, Mr. Bagnier's apparent day job has been that of a photographer. His friendship with Ms. Bettencourt was steadfast, however, and steadfastly resulted in her literally showering him with gifts over a period of years, including a salary from L'Oréal, artworks, and life insurance policies, and, reportedly, although it is difficult to imagine the transfer, an island in the Seychelles. In total, in cash and gifts in kind, it has been estimated that Mr. Bagnier benefited to the tune of a reported $1 billion+, which is quite a friendship, however you measure it. Madame Bettencourt's family and her domestic staff measured that friendship, and others like it, with a jaundiced eye, so that, when her husband, the politician André Bettencourt, died in 2007, their daughter, Ms. Bettencourt-Meyers, took legal action against Bagnier to stop the bleed. Recordings were introduced as evidence in that proceeding, some of which were recorded by Liliane Bettencourt's own butler, Pascal Boniface, that then spun out to ignite a fury of other investigations, including that of Sarkozy. The jaunty Mr. Bagnier was convicted, sentenced to 3 years in prison and ordered to pay some $150 million in damages for having taken advantage of the frail dowager. On appeal, Bagnier's sentence, including the payment of damages, was suspended in 2016. He got off with a fine. In 2011, Liliane Bettencourt was finally ruled medically incompetent, from the moderately heavy onset of Alzheimer's, which had, according to the doctors, been on the march since approximately 2006. In 2012 she resigned from the L'Oréal board. The lesson for the families of eccentric, ailing billionaires such as Liliane Bettencourt is one of patience and of deliberate, if painful, action. Although Monsieur Bannier seems to have managed to retain much of the mind-boggling sums bestowed upon him, the cautionary lesson for aspiring leeches hoping to siphon a living from future multi-billionaire grand dames is, also, clear.